All right, what's up? What's happening? ¿Qué paso? To the collective, to the world, to the universe. Welcome outside the box with Siyon. Greetings from Siyon. I'm gonna jump right into it because I got a lot of stuff to talk about. So yesterday I did like open questions for all my audience to ask questions. This time I got some shit to talk about. And if I got no time to the end, y'all gonna throw your questions out there, whatever. But I'm about to jump into it. So let me first talk about prayer. Like what people like. A lot of people like, especially those that grew up in religions and Christian religion, more so. It been taught like to pray. Make sure you pray, pray, pray. But I don't think people really understand what prayer is. Okay, they do, but they don't. I say it like that. Okay, because prayer means that you are petitioning something, meaning that you are requesting something, you are asking for something. You know what I'm saying? It's it's basically centered around the self. You know what I'm saying? I want this. I need this. I can't do this. It's all centered around the self, and it's been stressed to always pray. And then like some people wonder why their prayers don't get answered because it's centered around the ego. You know what I'm saying? Because it's petitioning. You are requesting. It's like it's always you asking. I give you an example. Like say for instance, you have a friend or family member that's always asking you for something all the time. It ain't no, hey, how you doing? It ain't no, can I do something for you? It's I need this. I need that. Can you do this? Can you do that? Eventually, you could be like, you know what? I ain't fucking with you no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the same. Like, so you take that and look at it like, you know what I'm saying, the same way when you were speaking to the Creator, Yahweh, or whatever you call him, God, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're always praying the way they put it out there, that's mean that you're petitioning, and they actually teach you that through the religion. Like, I need this, I need that. So my whole point is like we need to start being more in gratitude versus prayer, because prayer again is petitioning, you requesting, you're asking for something. It's about the ego. You know what I'm saying? And most people that pray, they aren't spiritually discerned, so they don't know how to pray. Well, they don't know how to petition spiritually. Meaning, like, if you're going to petition, like, don't make it all about you. Make it about your surrounding. Make it about your the people that are around your family or whatever. Like, don't make it just about you. Cause see, when you do that, he ain't gonna hear that. It's not gonna hear that. Like, it's gonna be like, oh, you just asked for the same shit. You worried about the ego. You worried about that self. You worried about that flesh. You worried about that whatever you want to call it. That's all you worried about. Cause that's what it is. Prayer is petitioning. You question answer. So I say this: be more in gratitude. Be more in gratitude for the things that you have. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it could be worse. Everybody is in a situation where it could be worse. Trust and believe. Um, be in gratitude for the clothes that you have that you can wear. Be gratitude for the shoes that you have. Be in gratitude for all the luxury accessories electronics that you have, the phones that you have, the TVs, the Roku, the Fire Stick. I can go on for days with this shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, be more in gratitude, because that's the only way you're gonna receive is you be in gratitude. Because if you always talking about yourself, and then if you do be favored with wealth or whatever, then it's gonna be all about you. It ain't like that. I mean, whenever somebody has been favored with wealth or whatever, you're supposed to share. You're supposed to share. You're supposed to show others that the way that you did it. It's all about the testimony. You know what I'm saying? It's all about testimony of your belief It's all about the testimony of your struggle, to get to where you were, because that's what's going to help other people evolve. To understand that even though you go through that struggle, you can come out on top. You can be this. You can come here. So again, pay attention to your prayers. And again, they are petitions, they are requests. So I always say, just like, always be in gratitude for what you have. Be thankful for what you have. Be thankful for the people that you have. Be thankful for the things that you have, and speak it. You know what I'm saying? And because what that does, that calms down the ego. Because in this society, we all want more. We all want better. We look at other people. I want this. I want to be like them, and blah blah. And it's like you neglecting that you are already favored. You have a roof over your head. You have electricity. You have water. You have food in the refrigerator. And I'm speaking on the surface level. Like, it's people that don't have these things. I'm speaking on a very surface level. So people don't even have these things. So that's my whole point. Like, we take shit for granted because that's how we've been groomed, and that's why shit like it is. Because we don't appreciate, we don't even give gratitude for the things that we do have. So how should we expect more when we don't even get gratitude for what we do have? You know what I'm saying? If you have a car, a lot of people, like I say, over 70% people don't have cars. You know what I'm saying? And that's a realistic percentage. You know what I'm saying? So even having a car, owning a car is like you favorite. If you have a house, oh my, I can't even. It goes up, maybe 80. You know what I'm saying? And like these small little things, like even having utensils to eat with, having cups to drink out of, like all this stuff we take for granted. You know what I'm saying? If you have a jar full of money, some people don't even have nothing. You know what I'm saying? So like, always be in gratitude for everything that you have, and change up the prayer to giving gratitude. You know, start change. Like, don't the prayer. Like I said, people don't understand. Prayer means petition and request. So it's about the self. It's all about I want, 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 I want. You know what I'm saying? But it ain't. Thankful for this. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful for this. I'm thankful for that. So just something to think about. I'm gonna leave it there, and I'm gonna keep it going. Cause I got a lot of stuff to talk about. So also we're gonna talk about all right. Again, if you just tuning in, this is conscious conversations, but my shit is outside the box. It's not. I'm not. This is outside the box. So like we talk. I'm gonna go ahead and talk about like society tradition. Like, you think about it. Like, so people. Why do you think people work 8 hours a day, 5 days a week? This is the typical societal system, how it works, right? We're 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, off the weekend, back at it Monday. You know what I'm saying? And that's even misconstrued by itself, because the weekend technically is supposed to start on Thursday, well, ends on Saturday, and Sunday is the beginning of the week. And if this is a shot to you, look at the goddamn calendar. The first day is going to show on your calendar, whatever day it says, is going to say Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So that's the beginning of the week. That's a whole nother topic. But anyway, so my whole point is, like, you don't think about, like, so hey, they got everybody working 8 hours a week, 5 days, 8 hours a week, 5 days a week. And you think about it, it's the same time. So everybody's going in to work at this certain time. Mostly like 7ish, 8ish, 9ish till 5. What they call the typical 9 to 5, right? And then you wonder why, like, traffic be like it is. They set this shit up for that. They set this shit for it to be like that. You know what I'm saying? They know people going to go to work from these times and get off at this times. And when you in that traffic, not only do you have to pull 8 hours a day, you got to deal with the goddamn traffic. So it's like you really working. It's like you really dealing with like 10 hours of stress. You know what I'm saying? I'm just throwing it out there. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they created, and that's what people are slaves to. You know what I'm saying? They're slaves to that mentality, that 9 to 5 hustle, bustle, hustle, bustle. And you think about this right here. And I'm not speaking for everybody. No, everybody has different jobs. Everybody has different careers. Everybody has different responsibilities. I get that, but just hear me out. Out of the 8 hours that you work, how many hours are you actually working? All right. I say that to say this. Some people have jobs where they may work maybe and I'm just throwing out numbers because I'm going on what I hear, I'm going on what I know. Okay? So everybody, like I said, it varies from different. Some people may actually work 2 hours out of 8 hour job. Some people might work, it don't matter, 4 hours out of 8 hour job. Some people might work 5 hours, six, whatever. My whole point to this is if you're not working the whole if you have a responsibility for something or assignment or duty, if you able to do that duty before the 8 hours, why do you have to stay there? It, I can't answer that. I'm just asking. I'm just throwing out a question. You know what I'm saying? So if I have a duty that's supposed to take 8 hours, right, and I can get it done in 3 hours, why the fuck am I staying there 5 extra hours and I'm already done with my responsibility? You get what I'm going. So my whole point is like in that like so especially in the U.S. like it's fucked up. But even like in other countries, they got it. If you go to Europe, other places like that, like they don't work probably more than 6 hours, if that. You know what I'm saying? And then when they take breaks, like they they actually take lunch breaks like they go home. Like they don't they don't go in the break room. They don't go in their car. Like they shut down and go home and come back. It might be an hour, hour and a half, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's my whole point. Like I want to awaken people to how society has groomed us and molded us. The shit that don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense. It really don't. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to deal with traffic, people getting in wrecks. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all a control mechanism. You know what I'm saying? It's all to keep shit, keep the money flowing, because the more accidents, the more road rage, the more people get in trouble, the more people have to deal with insurance, deal with the banks. It's a constant flow to to the system. You got to understand there's a constant flow to the system. And a lot of people don't even try to realize that. And they go with the flow and wonder why their life is so much in chaos, because you you have you have conformed to the system. And we in the era now where the truth is out there and you're supposed to conform to the truth. Once you know the truth, you're supposed to conform to the truth. You know, 100 years ago, 50 years ago, they didn't know the truth because the truth wasn't out there like that. They were fed lies. They were fed deceit. Uh, they were fed fear. I keep going. I keep going with it. So understand that you have to conform to the truth and understand how the system is keeping you in a mental slavery mentality, and feel and like basically feeling like that they are the savior. Like you have to do it this way. If you don't do it this way, you're not gonna make it. I ain't gonna get into the COVID thing because that's a whole nother subject too. But that awakened a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? To let them know that I ain't got to do this no more. You know, I can build my own empire and make money without doing it this way. But there's loops of holes in that too. But I'm gonna keep it going because I got a lot to talk about. Told you that. Next thing I want to let know, the people that have been awakened, those that have been awakened, right? Like, understand awakening. You gonna see a lot of videos, people putting on, these reels and all this stuff about awakening and make it seem so like la 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 la. They just meditating in the ocean and stress free, and just peace, and like they got all the knowledge. I'll tell you something. It's the exact opposite. When you become awakened, that means that you're leaving the 3D and you're entering the what they call the matrix. Okay, the matrix is the most fucked up place to be in because you confused. You don't, because now you're used to this, right? And then you are like questioning everything. So why am I doing? Oh, why is it like this? And you start to get knowledge and understanding that you don't know where it's coming from, and you questioning everything. Now you like, so what's this? What's this? And then on top of that, you go through a period of where you're not gonna be around people, and the people that you were around, you're not gonna vibe with them no more. You're not gonna want to be around them no more, and they're gonna think that you have left the planet somewhere. They're gonna think you crazy, you know. So for those that have awakened, like that's like, and a lot of people can't get out of that tunnel because of that part right there, because they end up going back thinking, I can't, yeah, I ain't, no, 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 no. You got to go through that tunnel. And I explained this tunnel many times. I'm gonna explain it again. It's a dark tunnel. When you first walk in, you can see, but it's dark. You can't. But once you see so far, it's dark. It's just pitch black. But you have enough light behind you to be like, okay, I'm good. I'm comfortable. I can still see a little bit. But then you get halfway in that tunnel and you turn around, and that light has diminished, and now you in complete darkness. That's the part of this ascension thing, like awakening. And then once you get in that darkness, you can't see nothing. So you walking in belief. You're gonna hear a whole lot of noises. You might feel a whole lot of things around you, but you just gotta keep going through it. You gotta keep going through it. It might be frightening, but you gotta keep going through it. And then once you keep going through it, eventually, and there's no time frame in this, but eventually you start to see a light in the distance, and that's that light of freedom. Because if you ever get through that whole tunnel, that light at the end is the light of freedom, liberty. That's the goal. That's the goal. Like I said, a lot of people can't get through that tunnel. A lot of people stop in that matrix part because they question everything and they think they going crazy. And what happens is, which I was gonna tie this in later, they go to man and try to figure out what's going on. Because when people start saying stuff, they be like, you need to go see this psychiatrist, you need to see a therapist, go see a doctor. And they have already been trained. They know what to say. They know, what I'm saying, when you come in there and say certain things, because they know what's going on, and they are part of the system, and they have been trained to take you, to not allow you to go through that tunnel. Meaning, as soon as you go in there telling them everything that you experience, everything that you're thinking, oh, you need to take this, you need to take this, you need to take this. You're gonna start taking sorcery, witchcraft, all these I call them, they are the modern day witch doctors, witches. But now they wear white coats and they have degrees. They call them PhDs. You know what I'm saying? So understand, when you're going through this, when you're going through the matrix, going through that tunnel, this is time for isolation. Meaning, you have to stay away from people, your family, anybody that's not on your path or your level where you at in your journey. Because what happened is, they will discourage you. You will get discouraged, and then you will end up aligning to what they're saying about you. But you can't do that. You cannot do that. You have to keep on going through that tunnel, and you have to keep on believing that. because we all here for a purpose. Everybody has their own purpose. So at the end of the day, your your purpose ain't gonna be the purpose of whoever close you with. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like you gonna have to line with people that are. It's not about a physical family or DNA family. It's more about a soul family, a connection. What they call a tribe, but it ain't even a tribe, but it's like a soul connection with people whom are aligned with you spiritually, not physically. And those are the people that you have to align to. Those are people that you are going to encounter if you continue to do what you're supposed to do. If not, you're gonna be hindrance and going right back, and you're gonna be in a hamster wheel, repeating the same things over and over and over and over again. Let me see about how much time I got. I got time for that. All right. So shadow work. I'm gonna tell you something about shadow work too. Shadow work, regardless of what you hear, it never ends. Meaning you're gonna always. We're gonna. Hold on. Let me say it like this. For those who want to ascend, shadow work never ends. Now, there gonna be some people that gonna get to a certain level and be like, "I'm good right here. I'm good," and that's we have free will, so that's your choice. But for those who are not, I'm gonna say it because again, many are called, but few are chosen. For those that are chosen, they gonna want to continue. They want to continue to sin because it's in them. It's in their DNA to ascend to where they're supposed to be. So for those people, you have to understand that it's gonna never end. In this realm, it's not gonna never end. So you're gonna continue. But if this thing about it, just like any job, any career, in the beginning, it's kind of hard. It's kind of overwhelming. But the more you keep at it, and the more you keep doing your practices, and the more you keep doing your studying, and the more you keep taking care of yourself, the easier it gets to the point where it's happening, but it's not affecting you. And that's where you want to get to, where you're not moved by the circumstances around it. You're the same all the time, regardless of the chaos and everything that's coming at you. During the process. That's the key. That's where you want to get to. A lot of people ain't built for that, but for those that want to sin, that's where you got to get to. And during that process, you're gonna get hurt. You're gonna go through a lot of pain. You're gonna go through a lot of suffering, ridicule, all that stuff. It's a part of it. And the reason is like it's building you up to the point where it won't even phase you no more. To the fact that when somebody do come and say something, you be like, oh, okay, it won't even bother you. Love you too. Yeah. Oh, I'm not. That's where you want to get to. You building up that tolerance. So it's gonna happen. It's gonna come. Boom, 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 boom. And even in like relationships, okay? For those that are chosen, like that commitment relationship type thing, you're not gonna be hold on, let me get my words right here. You're not gonna be acceptive to the way society in the world has depicted a marriage or whatever, relationship, whatever you call it. Because the way they depicted it and has groomed us is more of a ownership type thing. Meaning once you get into this, you can't get out of it. That's why they put it out there. You know what I'm saying? But has anybody thought about like, so if you supposedly get married, you're not supposed to divorce. Why is there such thing as divorce? Again, they give you options, making you think you don't have options. But at the end of the day, it's not even about that. It's really not even about that. Because at the end of the day, once you become one with somebody, and okay, I say it like this: there are two type of relationships. There's a physical relationship, and then there's the soul connection relationships. Okay. The physical relationships are what society has depicted as far as the marriage Um, to death do us part, all that forever, never, boom, boom. Okay, that ownership shit. That's what the physical. That's what the physical relationship is. Then you have these things called, the soul. They say the soulmate, which but they distort it. They distort the actual pure meaning of it. You know what I'm saying? The soulmate is basically somebody that you known before that you just don't remember. You don't remember, but your soul does, and that's why might meet certain people, and it's like you met them the first night, the first day, and it's like you know this person all. It's like you know this person forever. That's what that soul connection is, and in your life you will meet people like that. And it's all orchestrated, okay? Because it's all to see how you gonna follow the path and how you're going to basically just how you're going to if you're going to follow your intuition, your soul, or you're going to try to reason with your natural mind. And that's where people get thrown off at. Some people may entertain it for a little while, but then their natural mind be like, "What am I doing? Like, why did I?" And I talked about this on one of my episodes about the one night stand thing. Like, you know, that's been like looked at as being like a hoish, sluttish type thing. But if it's genuine, like I said, if you meet somebody and y'all just click and it just happens, it's like that's y'all known each other. Y'all just don't remember. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing to be ashamed of. But what happens is when people do go with the flow, it freaks them out because it's like, soon as you meet this person, y'all just hit and like y'all feel like y'all just like y'all instantly like together. And your natural mind's like, this don't make sense. I can't do this. No, no, no. Like this don't. And then what happens is most people end up like splitting because it don't make sense to their natural mind. You know what I'm saying? So that's one of the things that once you being awakened, you have to understand like all the things that we were taught were bad are actually good. The things that they taught us that was good are actually not right. I ain't gonna say bad because ain't nothing bad. You know what I'm saying? And when I say not right, it's not right for you. It might be right for somebody else, but it's not right for you. And it might be right for them, but it ain't right for you. So I'm not gonna say it's no such thing as bad because at the end of the day, we all here for different purposes. So it's all about aligning to your true self, your inner self, to walk in your purpose. That's it. Everything else, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? All right, my time is up. If anybody got any quick questions, real quick before I get off, shoot me on the comment right now. And until then, make sure that y'all ground yourselves right now, especially during this time with the planet alignment and the Leo portal. Like, it's important to ground yourself in nature while barefoot. Go hug trees. I talk about it all the time. That's your life support. Your spiritual life support. I ain't gonna say life support. Spiritual life support. As is below, as above, as it is above, it's below. And trees are both. So yeah, gaining energy. I'm gonna wait about 30 more seconds. If nobody got nothing to say, I'll catch y'all on the next one. Gratitude for everybody that logged in on the live. Make sure you subscribe. That way when I do log on, y'all will get notifications when I log on. Also, I'm gonna be doing like one like I did last night, where I'm gonna just get on and like I'm gonna let y'all ask me questions. So make sure you get on. And if you have a question, make sure you write it down. That way you remember when I do it. And I'll put a date out there so everybody know. Like if I log on tomorrow and be like, I'm gonna do this on this day. That way you have a heads up. All right, the collective, and also just listen. The galactic, they're here. The Palladians, they are here. and they're going to present themselves very, very soon. But also just know that they're here to help, and they're here to help us ascend. Have to say that. As always, love and peace.